guys, I hope you're having a great day. We're going to do another little review of Units 3 and 4 this week. So you can look in your red book on page 56 and 57. That's where we're going to be. Last week we talked about I am going to the store. You are happy. He is from Mexico. She is a teacher. We talked about all of these. We are, they are. Today we're going to talk about have. So I'm going to erase these and we're going to do have instead of am and is and are. Okay. Now we use have when we talk about health things. That's what we did a few months ago. We talked about headaches and stomach aches and things like that. So Steve, what would we do for I?
I have a cold.
All right, have. I have. How about you?
You have a headache.
All right, again, same word, have. How about he?
He has a stomach ache.
What about she?
She has a sore throat.
All right, so for that one we use has. That one is different. How about we?
We have a cold.
All right, we have. And they?
They have a bad cough.
They have. So all of them are have, except for he and she and it, okay? Also, if we're using names, we would use these right here. So we might say, Steve has a headache. Or instead of he, it would be Steve, because we could replace Steve with he. Or we could say Beth has a stomach ache. If we're using two names, maybe we would say Marilyn and Dulce have the flu, or something like that. So if we're using two or more names, we would use have. If we're using one name, it goes over here with this category. And if we want to make it negative, we would use don't. I don't have a headache. I don't have the flu. So if we were using they don't have, or if we were using names, we could say Marvin and Alejandro don't have coronavirus. So we use don't if we're making it negative. If it's he and she, then we use doesn't. Doesn't. He doesn't have, doesn't have instead of has. He doesn't have the flu. She doesn't have a cold. We would also use have and has for something that we're holding. I have a marker. Steve has a pencil. We have some papers. So we would use the same word have for if we're sick or if it's something that we're holding. So if you can remember those things, then that will help you on page 56. One of the things on page 56 is making questions. We did this last week on page, I forget what that was last week, page 30 something, where they have a bunch of words and you have to put them in order for a sentence. The first one, they have the answer there for us, and it says, this is again on page 56. All right, and we're making a question, and it says, is Anthony's family at home? Since it starts with is, we know it's a question. Is Anthony's family at home? We could say Anthony's family is at home. And then it's just a sentence, just a statement. Anthony's family is at home. But when the is comes first, that makes it a question. It would also make it a question if there's a question word, like what or where or when. So when you're doing those questions on page 56, remember it could start with is, or it could start with a question word like what. So that will help you with that. Okay, on page 57, it's talking about syllables again. We talked about syllables last week. We talked about if a word is one syllable, like hot, or if it's two syllables, like happy, or three syllables, like computer. This week on page 57, it talks about the strong syllable and the weak syllable. So that helps you know how to say something. So if the word is happy, the first syllable is the stronger syllable, happy. So if you're clapping it, happy. If it's the word fever, again, the first syllable, fever, is the strong one. So there's a lot of words there that you can listen to, and you can listen to those strong syllables. Which syllable is the stronger one? Which syllable is not strong? That'll help you know how to say things. All right, and I think that's about it. I'm going to send you a picture of some other review things for Unit 5, and you can do those if you want to. You can send it to me if you want to, and I'll check it and help you know any mistakes that you made. But yeah, today would have been our last day of class if we were meeting normally. So this will be our last video. So we'll miss you guys over the summer. You can call us anytime. If you have a question or need anything, feel free to call us. But yeah, this is our last one. We've loved having you guys in class.
Yes.
It's been so much fun getting to know you. And hopefully we'll see you again when English classes start in August or September. You'll get information about that. It'll be end of August, beginning of September, something like that. So hopefully we'll see you then. Have a great summer.
Bye.
Bye.